Good morning, everyone. So as I promised, this morning I'm going to make my egg burrito muffins. So as you see, I have already cut out and divided into four. A little bit of bell pepper, a little bit of onion. I have my heavy cream. I have my MCT oil because I like to add this to things that are higher in protein just so that I'm getting enough fat. Measuring cup, my muffin pan, eggs. You can use any kind of cheese you want. I'm just using my mild cheddar. Note that if you use a pre-shredded cheese, the carbs are going to be slightly higher in that just because they have it's what it's coated in to keep it shredded and not like sticking to each other is what causes that. And then I have two just sausage patties that are just, like the ready heat and serve type stuff. Nothing too complicated. As you can see, everything's just kind of laying there. This is something that I like to make. It's super easy. And you know what? It kind of, in essence, makes my breakfast for the entire week if I want this to be my breakfast the entire week. Joe can grab one really quickly on the go, and I should have cut this up before I started my video. Okay, so what you want to make sure that you do is for your two patties, you want to cut them up, and I'm making 4 muffins. My MyFitnessPal recipe that I have in there, it is called a Keto egg burrito muffin, and in parentheses it says Journey to Slim Jim, and that is for 2. So if you cut this in half, and then you cut it in half again because you're only eating 1, just make sure that you're looking at the serving sizes. I'm doubling mine today just because I want to go ahead and make for the week because I've already made some banana nut muffins. So I cut each patty and then I split each patty so that they're equally distributed. I went ahead and I put my 2 eggs and my 1 tablespoon of heavy cream in here. And all I'm going to do now is, this is my MCT oil that I use. So 3 pumps of this is equal to 1 tablespoon. So I'm actually going to do 6 because if I was only making 2 muffins, I would only do the 3. But because I'm making 4 muffins, I would like to have 2 servings total split between all of it. So now that I've done that and I've added the 6 in there and I've whisked this all together so it kind of looks like this, I'm going to start layering my muffins, and I'm only doing these 4 right here. So I'm going to take my meat, and I did spray the bottom of this with coconut oil just so everybody knows. Like, these are not just like an ungreased. You can also, if you like muffin liners, you can do almost like, like the little cupcake liners down on the bottom, and then that way you really do have your individual and they're kind of popped out. I like to make sure all my meat is, apart so that when I bite into my muffin, I'm not getting like a huge thing of meat out, like so. And you guys hear Eiley, she thinks that she's helping, right? Okay, so next I'm going to take the onion and put onion in each one of these. I used a Vidalia onion, however you say it, just because that's the flavor that I like. I feel like this type of onion gives a much stronger flavor in these. I've used a red onion before. It didn't give, I don't know, this onion just gives a little bit more of a sweetness, which gives the taste that I like. So if you guys have ever had one of the egg burritos at McDonald's in the morning, I rarely get them, or have gotten them, but when I do, they have a very distinct flavor, and I think that these give that flavor. Next, and I'm sorry guys, I'm sick, so I'm, sounding kind of snotty because I am, and you just keep layering these. So here comes my bell pepper and all, and it's, it doesn't matter how you guys slice this, or how much you use or how little you use. You can use any kind of pepper you want. The next thing I do is I take my cheese, and the cheese is going to go on top. So here's our cheese on top. you can see, it's not very thickly layered. It's just enough to kind of cover everything that's in there. And then you're going to cover each one. You don't want to fill it all the way. You want to make sure that you're giving each one time to soak in all the way to the bottom, of course. Make sure that you're not overfilling one and not the others, and I apologize for Eiley. Okay, so I actually overfilled this last one a little bit, so I apologize, that's my fault. But just make sure, if you guys are using a measuring cup, you can always try and measure it out into 4 equal portions. I'm just not exactly that OCD, I guess. The other thing you guys can use if you really want a little extra flavor, I use Flavor God different seasonings. You're welcome to try and grab like, you know, a chipotle or any type of extra spicy seasoning that you think might be good on top of these. I like them like this. So I have the oven set at 350, as you can see. And I'm going to pop these bad boys in here. And these will stay in here for about 20 minutes, and I will come back and check on them. Okay, it has now been 20 minutes. And I'm going to check on these guys. And voila! So I actually take some salt and pepper and throw on the top. And then I just let these kind of chill for a little bit. And then, as you can see, it's going to be pretty simple to pop these guys out, but I can show you that as well. So all I do is I take a fork and just kind of find the bottom down here, and I flip. So as you can see, it's going to stay a whole muffin, just like that. And I'm going to scoop the whole thing out. Voila! And put it in my container for this week. So I will eat one of these right now, probably this guy because he looks good, and I will store the others. So that is how you make my wonderful egg burrito muffins. And these are very filling, guys, like super, super filling. And you can make as many or as few as you like. Just remember that my Fitness Pal, what I have loaded in, if you guys are going to use that exactly, is for 2 servings. So it's for 1, 2 of these guys. Okay? Alright, bye guys.